from Seoul, Korea, and welcome to the GSL. On Cases with me is Artosis. How are you doing today, man?
I'm actually really sick.
Yeah, he's actually sick. I already knew the answer to that.
I got my tissues right here.
He's got a little tissue nerd.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
Tea.
Yeah, so if
just took my medicine.
He did. I watched
just
him do
blew
it.
my nose, put the tissue right there because I didn't get a bag. That's kind of gross.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to have to get a bag on the first commercial.
Yeah,
That's what.
we're going to need a bag. You're going to get one of those nasty, like, plastic bags. It's just, like, full of your snot and, like, tissues.
Fill the whole thing up.
Yeah, and then eventually you're, like, sitting there. Sometimes it's like one of those paper grocery bags or and it's, like, actually filled up all the way, and you're like, well, that is just so
Where does
disgusting.
it all come from?
I don't know. Well, it comes from your sinus cavities, actually.
Yeah, but, like, shouldn't my snot-producing gland be empty by now?
I don't know. I thought the human body actually forces you to push the fluids out through your nose because, I don't know, actually. I would assume it, like, pushes the disease. I don't know, actually. I'm not going to pretend to know.
I should be dehydrated.
It's messed up, though.
At least.
It's messed up. So if he doesn't do so well today, go easy on him.
I'm sorry.
He's just a little guy. We are here at the GSL Codas. You're just a little guy. You're like the same height as me, but you're just a little guy.
Yeah.
We are here at the GSL Code S, our biggest individual league out here. And interestingly, we only have one Protoss left.
And he's playing today.
Yeah.
Against an opponent that is going to be fearsome indeed.
And look, I don't really care what race you play. You probably are rooting for this Protoss player.
Yeah.
At this point in time, when they only have one guy left with that race, you kind of got to cheer him on.
We definitely want a Protoss to make it in the round of 8.
Oh, by the way, he was really excited to see that a lot of his fans were tweeting at him. Is it Killer Shin?
Killer
right?
Shin.
Killer Shin on Twitter.
His last name is Shin.
Yes. Shin also means new in Korean.
That's true. Not in this case, though.
Not in this case, just his last name. So, he thanks you guys for that. But the rest of this tournament is predominantly Terran and Zerg.
Yeah.
A little bit more Zergs than I expected to get by. Thought we'd have a little bit less Zergs, a little bit more Protosses.
You were thinking it might be a 16 Terran, top 16?
No, I just thought there were going to be more Protosses that would make it. That's all.
Well, you know what? Most of the best Protosses in the world actually aren't in Code S right now.
I know.
Like, a lot of them are in Code A. Might jump
and
up
some
pretty
in Code
soon
B.
here. Yeah.
Slowly climbing up the ranks, so that should change the makeup of our tournament when that does come around.
Yep.
We did some extra recordings earlier today for some stuff that's going to be shown during BlizzCon. Really excited about that.
Oh, don't spoil it.
I won't say anything. And then Artos and me went on a little mandate, got some pizza.
Yeah.
Tried to make him feel better by giving him that little pizza. It didn't work.
Pizza is my comfort food for when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't do much except make me gain weight.
Yeah. Now, as you can see here, here's the round of 16. Right now, left in the tournament, MVP, Bomber, Nesty, Virus, Gonzi, Lena, Dongragu, and Supernova. Artosis, do you want to do the other half?
Sure, thank you. Clide, Ryung, MMA, ASD, Lucira, Happy, and Killer, Coca.
So there you have it. Killer, again, the only Protoss in the tournament. That's just so astounding considering we are at the round of 16.
Lucira, Coca, Nesty, Lenok, and Dongragu are the Zergs.
Yeah.
This is
Everybody
pretty
else is
interesting, man. This bracket's pretty interesting. A lot of storylines here. Another Nesty MVP match in the round of 8, perhaps. Perhaps. Dongragu, he's the best ZVT in the world. Can he make it through this tournament? Killer, the last Protoss left alive.
Yeah.
One of only 2 Protosses even staying in Code S. Only he and Huck did not go up and down.
So as you can see, that's actually shown to us right here, the race distribution. Artosis, do we need to get haircuts?
I just got a haircut.
I actually am starting to get like a Goku look. They always like Koreanize my hair whenever I come to the studio, but this actually might be too much. They might have gone too far this time. It looks like there's electricity.
It's not a Goku haircut because it's not long enough, but it could be like Gohan when he gets older.
Yeah.
He cuts his hair really short when he gets with Videl.
That's right.
That could be it. I think
I'm going to have to get a haircut tomorrow before work, maybe.
Excuse me.
Maybe color it.
Yeah?
Put my little plastic gloves on.
Oh.
Pretty myself up.
And have one of those stains you always have on your forehead?
Yeah, whenever I dye my hair. No, it's usually the worst is you get the dye on the back of your neck.
Oh, you get that really bad, but it's always funny because there's always at least one finger mark on your forehead.
And then I have to take like one hair and just like fold it down like this so that they think I've got some Clark Kent thing going on, but really I just messed up when I was dyeing my own hair at home. So what is our first matchup, Artosis?
It is, I believe, MMA ASD.
Okay.
I believe that's our first one.
Yeah, I think we have two
our
Terran
TVTs
Terrans.
are going first. Yeah, Clide Ryung is the other one, but I believe that's second. I might be wrong on that.
Actually, Clide Ryung is going to be first.
Okay.
So,
This is the sickest matchup. I got to tell you. Clide.
Look how scary he looks in this picture.
He's Clide, man.
He looks like, you know, like you would have like a flash of this in your like nightmare and stuff, or like some dream. You like wake up, you're like, Clide.
Imagine looking under your bed because you're afraid of the boogeyman and seeing that face.
And he's just like laying on the floor, making that face, staring up at you. You like lean over, you're like, ah!
Yeah.
And Clyde doesn't even like react. And
He'll
stuff.
do it too. How
And he
does he
just
only
disappears back under the bed.
How is he only 21st in points? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't get it. This is flawed. He should be first in points.
He should be
It's
first.
ridiculous.
Somebody clearly made a mistake.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see here, he's got quite a bit of experience up against Terran. So, and actually quite a bit of success going up against Terran.
Yeah.
He's brought us some of the better games that we've seen here. Initially was the player that we thought was going to be the champion of GSL Season 1. Had a tough time in Season 2. He's always around, though, and he's very respected out here in Korea. Look at those sick Clyde burns. Those are some crazy Clyde burns.
Yep.
Damn.
Little Clyde burns, man.
You could hide a lot under those Clyde burns.
You could put a magic marker in there.
You could.
He like pulls out a magic marker in his booth and draws on his screen. Puts little X's where he wants his depots. It's like, well, Clyde, what if you move your screen a little bit? He's like, no, it works perfect.
You can't understand. You can't see what I can see. And his opponent, I do think this is going to be a pretty even match here.
Well, you know, yeah, Clyde is one of the best, most respected Terrans in Korea. No doubt about that. He's a great player, but his opponent is, in my opinion, one of the absolute tip-top TVT players. And in fact, he said last season was a warm-up. This season is his.
Well, his Terran versus Terran is absolutely superb.
Yeah. It's pretty out of this world. Look at that. Marine King Prime and Startail Bomber both being taken out in October Codes.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
He's actually pretty terrifying. And frankly, if there is a tournament that he would get to the finals in,
it would be one full of Terrans.
It would be one that's just very Terran dominant.
It's definitely his best matchup. He is just, every time we see a TVT, it's like a beautiful symphony of tanks being placed correctly.
He is so strong. Generally goes for mech, but occasionally he'll mix in infantry style plays just so that you can't adapt too much.
We better not see any of that today, Tasis.
I'm done with that, man. I want my mech.
You better be going siege tanks, and so better Clyde.
Yeah. So, Clyde against Ryung. The GSL coach is here in the studio. I did not see the Slayers coach, actually.
He's
here
probably
today.
around somewhere.
Yeah, he must be here.
Sella is a slippery snake.
He is. Belcher Beach eliminated here by Clyde. Metalopolis eliminated here by Ryung.
A lot of top-end Terrans eliminate Metalopolis TVT. It's kind of odd.
Well, they have experience on it. I mean, maybe people aren't playing on it as much. It's on the ladder right now.
That's true,
So,
but, you know, my guess is because of the two alleyways, you get into too many base trade situations, and that is going to make it more volatile for a very top-level player.
All right, Salnaga Fortress is going to be our map. The game is loading, and I really have a hard time playing, TDT on this map, to be honest. So is this going to be the return of Clyde?
Clyde never left.
He never left. He was always here. All right, so get ready for an awesome Terran versus Terran here. Clyde against Ryung. Clyde here since the beginning of Season 1. Ryung, an up-and-coming player mentored by Slayers Boxer. Let's do this. This is the GSL. Thank you to our sponsors. In the center right starting location, we have one of our favorite Terran players. He is
GSL Clide.
Actually, not as much cheer in the audience as I expected.
Well,
and
the one person that screamed for him was the one girl in the audience, which seems about right.
That makes sense. Every other girl around the world screamed. Now to our Terran versus Terran expert for the Team Slayers. He is
Slayers here.
Oh, little guy, you're like already
sorry. Sorry.
Well, what is going on?
I don't know.
They're getting like, it's like the voice actor just keeps talking. He thinks he's going to cast the game. Oh, that is that's that guy from SpongeBob.
I hate that show.
You don't like SpongeBob?
I think
I never actually really watched it.
I think I'd rather be tortured to death than watch that show.
It's like, Nick, I don't know how else to say this, but I think I'd rather cut into my head with a boot knife and feel my brain. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I find preferable to that show.
Thinking about how messed up that image I just made was.
Yeah. It's pretty messed up, Tasteless.
Sorry, guys.
Sicko.
All right. So, right now, both going for mirror builds, but this could deviate pretty quickly. Interesting to note that Ryung instantly runs towards the watchtower in the center. Clide, confident that there's no way Ryung would actually make anything within that area.
Also, a little tiny thing, if I could just interject.
Please, go ahead.
Before it leaves my mind. Clyde stalled out on his SCV to make his orbital, whereas Ryung made that additional SCV. Because of the new timings of the barracks being 5 seconds later, you have to decide it doesn't line up perfectly with SCVs anymore.
Did Ryung actually get to see if there was a gas taken?
I do not believe so. No, he didn't get that.
I'm surprised he didn't just go in there. Uh-oh.
He was scared.
He's going to try to go up there. He's going to be like, no. So this is how it ends.
Well, he can die happy knowing that his family will get a letter personally stamped by Clyde's secretary giving condolences.
Yeah, but in the letter it'll be like lying. It'll just say he like died, you know, in his sleep. When in fact he was like
say it was
something terrible, like he was run over by a tank. All right, factory's on the way for both of these guys, and after that we might see a deviation here in what they're doing with the builds. A little bit tough early on when you're following this path to have too much variation. For a little bit at least.
Both players definitely looking like they are going to be going for some Banshees. You know, both have 2 gas, both have Starport start at exact same time, as well as Tech Labs. So, exact mirror builds so far between Clide and Ryung. But, of course, we have to wonder, what are they going to do after this? Are they going to both stay 1 Starport? Could we possibly see Sky Terran? You know, sometimes you have someone go 2 Starport against 1 Starport. That's a pretty hard counter.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if this is much of a Sky Terran map, but if that situation does come up, then yeah, that would be a great way to approach it.
Close by air is normally the best. But, you know, if that does occur, then someone could be built of our own. We will see in a moment. Looks like a cloak going down for Ryung. Clide not getting cloak yet. Might not even get cloak, in fact.
We're going to have to wait and see. Okay, now they are both getting cloak. Artosis is blowing his nose so hard he had to take his little headset off. He's got a boogie. He wants to respond, but he can't. He's got to put his headphones on, and he's back. I cast your nose blowing.
I know that. That's wonderful. You're the epitome of a good caster.
The epitome?
No, the epitome. What?
The epitome.
So actually, Ryung right now adding a 2nd barracks. Looks like he is going to go for an all-in build here. Siege Tank Marine Banshee with Cloak. That's going to be pretty strong. In the meantime, Clide getting his own tech lab on the factory, but not adding another barracks yet. Is getting a reactor on his, though.
Oh, no.
It's Banshee time, Tasteless.
It is. Here we go. The Banshee's now moving out. He's got to be very careful, though. Control that Banshee as well as humanly possible, because Vikings will eventually come out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is he about to lose that Banshee?
I should certainly hope not, but he does take a ton of damage. Meantime, Ryung's Banshee doing a lot better job. 4 kills, now going to be 5. 5 turns into 6. From 6, we go to 7. 7, 8, 9. That's why it's the scariest number.
It is.
So on and so forth, Tasteless. So does go the number.
These guys are both taking heavy swings at each other, actually, and doing a lot of damage while they do it. He needs to get this turret up, but he's got to be careful. Oh, that was a smart scan. Unexpected. You'd think he's going to let the turret finish at least, but instead he scans, knowing that there's less likelihood that he's going to run away.
Oh man, this Ryung Banshee has 18
Actually,
kills
I think
right
that this might end the game here.
Yeah, I think Ryung has already won this, basically. Clyde's Banshee doing some damage, but not nearly as much as Ryung's.
Oh my god. I think actually every single SCV is going to die. I don't even know if this turret's actually going to finish.
Well, even if it does, the supply right now 21 to 46.
He's like, LOL. Yeah, that's it. I was going to say GG.
That is about as one-sided as you can get, Tasteless.
Well, Ryung made that look really, really easy. I mean, I did not expect the game to look like that. I thought we were going to have some Banshee harassment back and forth, but Ryung's Banshees are actually just that good.
Clide definitely miscontrolled a little bit. You know, he let his Banshee down to 20 hit points, had to pull it back, and that made it so that he couldn't just fly in and cloak and kill everything. He didn't have enough health. One scan will get rid of it. So Clide with a little miscontrol there.
Well, Clide definitely knows that he's not off to a good start.
Yeah, I would say
know what
a
I mean?
loss
Like,
is the
you
worst start you can start with.
Yeah, well, I mean, but a loss like that, a loss that quick, I mean, he just got manhandled in that game.
Ryung took his big, burly man hands that he normally uses to cut down trees
he
in the
only
wilderness
palms
with an
basketballs
axe.
with him.
Ryung and his big blue ox. Lumberjacks in northern Canada when they're not owning nerds in the GSL.
They're chopping down trees. You know, being a lumberjack is one of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
One of, yeah.
It's actually one of the most dangerous jobs. People don't know that, but it's actually...
You know, there's all these stats about dangerous jobs ever since Deadliest Catch, because they're like, well, this is the most dangerous job in the world. Actually, it's not. I read some stat thing, like, for instance, presidents, like, that's... Like some huge percentage have been assassinated.
Yeah,
it's like there's actually so many jobs that are more dangerous.
Well, like, and the amount of stress and stuff like that.
Of course, more
I saw
people
one.
get
I
hurt
saw
in
like
these other
bomb
ones.
diffuser or something like that. I'm like, that doesn't really count. You don't diffuse bombs all the time. Like when you do, it's like really stressful.
It's
I
don't know, that's a pretty manly job right there.
It is, but I'm just saying.
It's about
like,
as manly
how
as you
often
can
how often do bombs actually get diffused? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I think they get diffused a lot in like war zones. I think
You
so.
mean like improvised explosives?
Well, no, I mean like if you're in a war zone, right, where battling is going on, I think they use bomb diffusers a lot more.
Do they? I mean, I think they
so.
have people that come and check to see if there's like bombs like in a trash can, but there's not normally a bomb there because normally it's in a movie where the guy's like, "There's a bomb on a bus," and like only Keanu Reeves can stop this problem. But actually, generally, they just want the bomb to go off.
Well, Keanu Reeves is actually immortal.
Yeah, and
he hasn't
you actually look at
aged
every single
ever.
role that Keanu Reeves gets. He's actually like some superhuman that's
This
fighting
hero
like,
that doesn't want to be a hero.
things from an alternate universe.
He's going to be the hero, but he didn't ask for this. He didn't ask to be a hero.
No,
he's just that good.
He was just thrown into this situation.
Yeah. And he just makes the best of it, and he's reckless.
He
with
was
his
just
own
a
life.
cop in Speed.
Yeah, no,
He was just a cop.
Well, he took that oath, Tasteless.
He did.
He's got to drive that bus.
He's got to protect.
He's got to break that speed
Even though I
limit.
think more people were probably killed in that movie with the bus hitting, like causing their cars to crash. I'm like, look, just shoot the tires out on the bus. Let it blow up on the highway, okay? Let's take a utilitarian approach
Well,
here.
if they let anyone get off the bus, it explodes.
Well, he
Or
had
so
that
they
bomb
say.
under it, and it blew up that first one, and the lady falls under there. Remember that? She's
I
like,
don't
gotta
really
get off this
remember.
bus. I gotta just-
I try not to think about
Then the
speed
bus
too
runs
much.
over, and I'm like, oh, you noob. All right, well, we did no analysis between that set, but we got a lot done, Artosis.
We
I feel
did,
good about
actually.
that. I feel good.
You know what? We
We
said
covered
some
that.
things that need to be said.
Someone's
Cleared
got
the
to
air a
do
little
this,
bit.
okay?
You know what? Those someone's are us. We're kind of like Keanu Reeves. We didn't ask for these
for this.
superpowers, but here we are.
Some
letting people
some
know
nerd
what's
came and
what.
was like, Nick, you got to do it for the nerds. I'm like, listen, I just want to play games all day. Just like Clide was like, listen, all I want to do is,
win the next two
hang
games.
out with all my fangirls, But I can't, I gotta fight the nerds because I'm just that good. But can he do it this time because Ryung is looking pretty scary. You already knew he was a Terran versus Terran master. I like that wrist guard he's got on, by the way.
You like that?
Yeah.
I'm not into wrist guards.
No, really?
No. I just sit with proper posture. I don't feel I need them.
Oh.
But if they catch sweat, that's always nice. If you're like a sweaty guy, that can be quite helpful.
All right, now we know the riddle's been solved. Does Artosis like wrist guards? Will Clide beat Ryung? The winner will move on to the GSL Code S round of 8. Let's get ready.